Hello traders, welcome back to Forex Geek, where we dive deep into the tool that can help you make smarter trading decisions. And in today's video, we are going to explore how you can start trading gold, one of the most valuable and widely traded assets in the world. You will learn the essential steps from understanding what drives gold's price to setting up your trading account and a clear strategy designed for you. Why not stay with us until the end of this video to navigate the market effectively and make informed decisions that protects your investment and maximize your potential. You have to understand gold trading basics. Gold trading is a process of buying and selling gold or gold related assets to profit from price movements. Unlike other markets, gold is a unique asset because its value is influenced by major factors beyond simple supply and demand. Understanding these factors is key to successful gold trading. Your gold trades reacts to four main factors. When the economy is slow, you may see price rise as investors seek safety in gold. When consumers price goes up, your cash loses value, making gold more attractive. Now when US dollar gains strength, you often see gold weakening, and when political or global events occur, you will notice more people moving into gold. So you can trade gold in several ways. The first way is by physical gold, that's the coin or the bar that you keep or store in a vault. You can also trade gold by gold ETFs, that's funds that track gold prices without handling the metal. You can also trade gold by the gold futures agreement to buy or sell gold at a set price on a future date. The fourth way you can trade gold is by gold CFDs. That's contracts where you only pay or receive price difference without owning gold. Now you will find wider price swing and more trading volume when London and New York session overlaps. Knowing these peak hours help you to choose better entries and exit points for gold. Now let's look at a step-by-step process to guide us to build your gold trading approach. You have to start by we are starting with gold trading requires a clear and practical plan to increase your chances of success. Now this step-by-step strategy will guide you through selecting markets, analyzing price movement, managing risks and executing your trade effectively. The first step would be to choose the right market and instrument. Before placing any trade, decide what type of gold trading suits your needs and resources. You would have four main options. The first one will be your physical gold, that's buying actual gold bar or coin. It requires secure storage and has higher costs related to buying and selling. The second way to choose the right instrument will be the gold ETFs, that's exchange traded funds. Now these are investment funds that track gold prices. They are easier to buy and sell on stocks exchange and have lower entry costs. The third one will be gold futures, that's contracts to buy or sell gold at a predetermined price on a future date. Now dis offer high leverage but comes with higher risks and requires understanding contract specification. The last way we can trade gold would be gold CFDs, that's contracts for differences. Now dis allows you to spectate or speculate on gold price movement without owning gold directly. The CFDs provide leverage and easy margin trading but can be risky for beginners. So to access dis, you need to pick a broker that offers clear pricing, good customer support and a reliable trading platform which make sure that they and you have to make sure they are regulated and they protect your investment. So these are brokers that you can use to access the gold market. The second step would be to set up your trading account. Setting up your trading account, once you have chosen the instrument, you would have to open a trading account with a reputable broker. Now this often involves submitting an ID document and funding your account with your starting capital, but it's advisable to use a demo account initially. This practice account lets you trade visual money in a real market condition and helps you to get familiar with the platform and gold price behavior without risking real money. Once confident, switch to live account, but start with small amounts that you can afford to lose. The third step would be to analyze gold's price. Successful gold trading depends on your ability to analyze the price trends and market condition. Now, the technical analysis focuses on gold price and tools like support and resistance levels. These price zones where where gold historically slowed down or reversed at. Those are areas where you expect gold to react from. Now you can also use moving averages like your 50-day and 200-day moving average. You can use your moving average like your 50 period and your 200 period moving average. Now I will set my moving average to 50 and 200 to make it easier for us to understand. To identify trend direction, when the shorter moving average, which is this blue line, crosses above the yellow line, which is the longer period. The 200 period is the yellow line, the 50 period is the blue line. The moment we spot there is a crossover where this small moving average, the 50 period moving average crosses above the 200 period moving average, we are looking for a upward trend and we are expecting higher prices in gold. While when it crosses below the 200 moving average, we are expecting a decline in gold prices and a downward trend. You have to also look for support, that's a low point where price tends to bounce. You can look for support areas where we expect price to bounce from, and resistance. Resistance are high points where we expect price to bounce from, to react from. These are zones where price has previously reacted from in the market. You can also make use of your relative strength index, which helps you to gauge whether gold is overbought or oversold. This is the indicator. It helps us to check the overbought and oversold condition of gold. Now an RSI value above 70, once it's above 70, it means that gold might be overbought and is due for price to drop. And when it's below 30, it signifies that it might be oversold and is ready for gold to go up. You can also monitor fundamental analysis by monitoring the economic indicator like inflation data, the US Federal Reserve decision, employment reports and geopolitical news. These events influence gold price by shaping investors' sentiment towards risks and safety. Now your fourth step would be to develop an entry and exit plan. The heart of a disciplined trader is planned exactly when to enter and exit trades. You have to look to enter a trade when the gold price bounce off strong support or when the technical indicators confirm a trend shift such as a moving average crossover. Once you see a moving average crossover between the short term moving average and the long term moving average, and when price comes back to the moving average to retest, that is a signal for you to take a trade. You can also set your stop loss order below your entry point to limit losses if the trade moves against you. Let's assume we take a trade after the crossover, and when price comes back to retest, you set your stop loss just below the moving average or just below the last swing point. These are the safe areas where you should set your stop loss. And you have to define a take profit level where you will exit for gains. Now, this could be near a resistance level or with a risk to reward of at least 1:2 risk to reward ratio, meaning you have to aim to at least double what you are willing to risk. You have to practice these steps to help you avoid emotional decisions. You have to stick to your plan, and no matter what the short-term market noise occur, you stick to your plan. And the fifth step will be to manage your risks and your position size. And it is critical to protect your capital and stay in the game for a longer period. That's why we manage our risks. So to manage our risks, we have to set certain rules by never risking more than 1 or 2% of our total trading capital on a single trade. This way, a few losses won't wipe out your trading account. You have to also calculate your position size based on the distance between your entry and your stop loss. For example, if your capital is $10,000 and you risk 1% per trade, meaning you are going to be risking $100 per trade, and your stop loss should be $10 away, you can trade 10 bounces of gold, 10 ounce of gold with this particular position size. You have to also use your leverage consciously. While it boosts your potential profit, it also increases your losses. So start with a low leverage until you are fully until you fully understand its impact. Now the sixth step would be to monitor and adjust your trade effectively. Now if price move favorably in your direction, always remember to consider putting your stop loss at break even or slightly above your entry. The second step would the second rule to manage or monitor your trade and adjust it would be to avoid chasing the market. If the trend moves against you, you have to always wait for a new and clear signal to re-enter rather than forcing trade. When you take a loss on the trade, do not use emotions to come to revenge your trade. You just wait for the market to give you a clear setup and a clear signal for you to enter the market again. Remember to always keep a trading journal to record your trades, reason for your entries and your exits, and the outcome, so that you can review this on a regular basis to sharpen your skills and to help with your decision making. Alright traders, we have come to the end of this video. Engage with us in the comments below. We want to hear about your experiences. And if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out on more trading tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.